Okay, hello, good evening, folks. Sorry, I don't have a Boris Johnson wig on, I'm afraid. I didn't even check if you could buy one, to be honest with you. I completely forgot about it, to be honest. Now that you've mentioned it, I'm actually going to see if there is such a thing that exists. There's got to be one, hasn't there? And if there isn't, there's a gap in the market, surely. Boris Johnson wig, £8.99. Oh no! I completely forgot. I'd have bought one, I'm telling you. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Maybe if I'm still in power for another stream, perhaps, maybe, just maybe. £8.99. Almost. He should be paying me to look like him because he looks like an idiot. Anyway, good evening, folks. Welcome. My day has been. I've had one of those days where it's not usually the case on a Monday, to be honest with you. I'm usually quite energetic and full of beans on a Monday, but this Monday, today, couldn't be bothered. I was working from home, like I can't be asked. Did the bare minimum just to get by, finish work, like I've just got no motivation today. Until I started playing this, and then I dived in and I was looking at all the policies, and I spent an hour preparing for the stream, and it's like suddenly I got my mojo back. But yeah, for the most of the day, just been like, ugh. And it's been sunny outside. I don't know what it is. Could be the sign of an onset illness. You know, sometimes that happens. You know, you end up feeling a bit under the weather, a bit like off it, like ooh, a bit, and then a day or two later, you end up getting a cold. It's very strange. I don't know, but just not the best of days. But I'm in the office tomorrow, so hopefully that'll get me a bit into the groove. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's load up the game and just remind ourselves exactly where we were as we left off last time. So as we left off last time, here are the vital statistics of the country. The health is marvellous, education is not bad, poverty is not bad too, crime, yeah, not bad, could be better, but hey, it's not through the roof. Unemployment, could do with a bit of work. GDP, it fluctuates. So, in the grand scheme of things, not too bad. Of course, the country wasn't in a bad state when we took it over, really, in the grand scheme of things. Polls report, we're looking unlikely to be re-elected, which is slightly problematic, but not at the end of the world because we still got time. The people approval rating of 53% is not bad, to be fair, but then the only way is down, I suppose. So, yeah. In the grand scheme of things, things aren't looking marvellous at the minute. But we have time to win over the populace. One thing that we did crack in the first session is we managed to almost balance the books. Yeah, we defunded the military and also reduced the National Health Services funding a little bit, but hey, there's method to the madness. If we have a healthier populace, we won't need as much healthcare, so we can afford to defund it. You might argue, let's get the healthy populace going first, then defund it, not defund it first, and then get the population healthy. But hey, drastic measures. And we defunded the military, which won't be a problem if we increase foreign relations, because if we increase foreign relations, people will be less likely to attack us. So that's something we're going to aim for in this session. Maybe a little bit of a boost to foreign relations. How we're going to do that, you'll find out very shortly. So yeah, and that would hopefully prevent foreign invaders, because they're going to love our country. They're going to see our country. We're a lovey-dovey kind of people. We're all hippie, you know, all about the green stuff and all that kind of jazz, and you know, smoking legalized cannabis on the hills and chill out, man. This country's A-okay, you know. It's going to be a fabulous place. It's going to be a beautiful country. So we'll get there after maybe 2 or 3 terms, but for the time being, we're working on it. It's a work in progress. And here we are. as the music cuts out. Now, I've positioned my camera in the welfare section because we're not going to be bothering too much with welfare. So, but the very first thing that we need to do is we need to reshuffle the cabinet, because look at the state of it. Nobody likes us. Political capital is suffering, although, as I like to call it, it's the political power fists of only 15. So yes, we are going to reshuffle the cabinet as our first task of the day. Now, each turn takes 3 months. We've got 13 turns left until the next election. Is that right? 4 turns. So we've got, so 20 turns per term. We've done 7 terms. So we're not halfway through yet, but plenty of time. So another thing is where I've sort of sorted by opinion. It's also worth noting, where the different populations lie. So the little kind of graph bar-y thing there, the bar chart, indicates how many of those people are in your country. So like Liberals versus Conservative, for example, the country is mostly Liberal right now. So that could give you some inkling as to which kind of people you might want to please if you were that bothered about getting re-elected. Most of the country are capitalist rather than, what's the opposite of that? Socialist? Where's socialist? I don't know, I can't see it on the list. Oh, there it is, etc, etc. Anyway, but Prime Minister Green is not bothered about pleasing people. Far from it. It's about pushing his own agendas. So, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to shuffle the cabinet first. So let's do things one at a time. Okay. Reshuffle. Thank you, please. Now, I could have done this off camera, because we would have saved a bit of time, but we're too busy looking at policies. So, all we're going to be really looking for, does it really matter? This guy was pretty green, the transport guy, Jonathan Parker. We'll bring him back in. Everybody else needs to be fired, though, so I think no, hang on. Fire, 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 and fire. So we're going to fire all of them, and we're going to keep him, because he's quite happy with us. Hello, Shelley, welcome. Hello, Samuel. Remember to spend all your money on the capital and forget the rest of the country exists. Exactly. The capital is now in Leeds, of course, because I have this first act. We've got to have the capital where the Yorkshire Dales are, you see. Nice and green part of the country. So, yeah. Malham is now the capital. Yeah, fire these idiots and bring forth newbies. Okay. Let's have a look at hiring a chancellor, shall we? Let's have a look at hiring a chancellor. So we've got this guy, Gabriel Mitchell, retired and poor sympathies. We are helping the retired people, so that should be good. We've helped them with extra benefits and stuff. We're not touching the state pension, for example. So, we should keep on his good side. We are introducing things to help the poor, such as lots of food things. We're driving down the food price. We're going to bring in food stamps as well. The poor are going to like us. So if he wants to be economy, foreign policy, or law and order, so we'll keep him in mind. Who's this guy? So we're sorting by political capital, it looks like here. And we can rename the cabinet ministers, by the way. I didn't realise this until I was playing around off camera. So if anybody wants to be named as a cabinet minister, feel free to shout up. I can name you. So this guy is a socialist, and the parents, again, free school meals, other things. We're going to be increasing family planning, all that kind of stuff. The parents are going to love it. So socialists and parents could be quite good. Socialist, yeah, that's also very true. So he's going to love us for a long time. You know, he's going to love us a long time. It's Kevin Clark, and he wants to be economy, transport, or welfare. Okay, now this person is very good at campaigning, so Conservative could be an issue. That could be an issue. Socialist, not so much. Hopefully they'll cancel each other out. So he wants to be economy as well. So if we have him for economy, if we have him for foreign policy, we have him for transport, law and order. Do we have law and order? Loyalty. And then we get all these idiots down here, you see. Right. So he's got welfare. He's the only one with welfare. So we're going to hire him as the welfare guy. Welfare. Oh. Can we not shift him? Can we not shift him? I've put him in the wrong place. Try that again, shall we? So good job we're not that far into the session. Right, okay, so we're going to reshuffle cabinet. We're keeping this guy here. We're firing the rest of these idiots. No, we're not. Let's do it the right way around. Keep you there. Reshuffle the cabinet. And... welfare. Yeah, we were putting him in welfare, weren't we? Of course we were. Socialist parent, welfare. Makes sense. Put him in welfare. Very good. What else we got? We got law and order. Let's have a look at law and order. Oh, this socialist and state employee. Oh, she's also transport and tax. Do you know what? Let's have her as a chancellor. Erica Martin. Let's hire her. Let's have her as a chancellor. Chancellor Martin coming in. Economy and foreign policy. Foreign policy is this guy, but he's also economy or law and order. Economy or law and order. We've got this guy for economy. He's not going to be happy with us for very long. I don't think. Transport we don't have. Foreign policy, economy, law and order. Transport. So this guy has to be the transport guy, right? Have we got transport already? No, we got transport. Okay. Public services or economy. Foreign policy. So let's do it this way around. You be foreign policy. Very good. You be economy. No. You be economy. Which leaves public services and law and order. We're going to have to fire him. Capitalist and poor. Even worse. But he's really good at campaigning, so he could be useful. So, public services. Okay. Public services. I'll bring you into public services. Where's the economy? Capitalist and poor. Economy. Commuter and ethnic minorities. That'd be quite good because we are increasing the commuters, or we will be soon when we start to push our agenda for increased bus use, which will help. And ethnic minorities love us. So I mean, that should be a winner, right? If we hire him, he's yellow now, but that should increase, I think. It just leaves law and order. I'm not happy with this guy. Religious. And the youth? No. No. I mean, we don't have to. State employees and socialists. That could work. Liberal and socialists, even better. Why is she so rubbish? Okay. It's better than what we had. Let's see if that's let's see if this is a goer. Let's see if this is a goer. So we can still name these people. We won't name them for now. We'll name them in the next playthrough that we have, where we might have a bit of roleplay involved. Right. Anyway, welcome, Joker Jake. Welcome. I'll just move that for a second. Okay, is that it? Are we done? Have we shuffled? Have we shuffled? Show potential ministers. We've decked out our cabinet. Look at that. 5 political fists. 5 political fists. What are we going to do with our 5 political fists, I say? Well, we've got an organised crime situation, and we could plan to reduce organised crime if we wanted to. And we do want to, because organised crime is not good. But not until we've dealt with all of the environmental issues first. Okay? We might get to organised crime. I mean, it would be a good boost to our re-election if we could stamp out organised crime and put that as a claim to glory. But we must do certain things. So let me bring up my. Oh, why can't the music continue on? Oh, this is a bummer. Oh, I've got a separate sheet, right, that's got all my things on it, and I want to look at it, but I can't. Let's see if I can move it to a different screen so that we don't get... Oh, there we go. Hang on, folks. I've got an idea. I can't see... Okay, there we go. So I can't see... I can't see OBS, but it doesn't matter. Right, so if anything goes down, if there's any issues with the stream, just shout up promptly, because I can't tell. So... as we go round in a clockwise manner with our 5 political fists, what do we wish to do? Well, there's a couple of quick wins in here. There's a couple of quick wins in here, in this law and order section. Now, one of them is the Gender Discrimination Act, which is where exactly? Where is it? Gender transition. Ah, there we go. Gender discrimination. And the reason why this could be a quick win is because it's pretty cheap to change. It doesn't cost a lot of money or political capital. It's very popular with the voters, and it promotes democracy, it promotes gender equality, and it gets the Liberals on side, of which the large portion of the country is. So if we're looking at something just to keep the people happy, as much as it pains us to do it, because we don't do things just to please the people, but we do recognise that to make this country great again, was it ever great? To make this country great and green, we have to be here for a certain amount of time, longer than 5 years, so we have to have some focus on re-election here. So by promoting gender equality, it's not going to cost much, it's really pretty straightforward to implement, it's going to be popular, it's going to be popular with the Liberals. So I think that's a good start. We've reshuffled the cabinet, we've got news that the people aren't happy, so hey ho, we're going to make them happier. Well, a large portion of them. If you're conservative, then tough titties, I'm afraid. But this could only be a good thing. Gender equality, it's all the rage, I hear. So, that is positive action. What I've been to one of these kind of sessions. What do they call it? What do they? Oh, I can't remember what they call it now. Rather than standing by and just saying, "Well, I'm." It's about being positive and tackling. And what's the word that they use in this course that I went on about a year ago now? It was a course about all of the. What's it called? The Discrimination Act, equality, and all that kind of stuff. And they say that rather than being no, not positive discrimination, that's completely different. But rather than sitting by and saying, well, yes, I'm tolerant of disabled people or gay people or black people or whatever, it's about actively tackling negative behaviour when you see it, rather than just like standing by. I can't remember the terminology. There's a phrase. Anyway, we're encouraging that kind of stuff. Positive action. Take positive action when you see something bad. So let's apply the changes. That's 2 political fists, and that's going to really make some people happy. Affirmative action. No, it'll come to me eventually. It clearly, it was about a year ago. You know what I mean? So, Gender Discrimination Act. Next up, community policing. As an ex-police officer, as an ex-community police officer, as in, I was a police constable, I was a PC, not a PCSO, but I was a PC that had responsibility for a community. So we kind of ran the community like a project management kind of role, where you'd work together with the housing, the antisocial behaviour teams, and you'd tackle long-term problems such as ASB in the area through initiatives, through enforcement as well, arresting people, all that kind of stuff. But the main crux was to take a problem-solving approach to reducing crime and ASB in the area. And I may have achieved reduction of ASB of up to 60% in my area. I have a certificate downstairs for my hard efforts. So I'm a big advocate of community policing. So basically, we need to bump it up a bit more. Costs no political capital to do this. It's going to increase the cost of body cameras because there's more coppers, but it's going to increase the amount of coppers on the street, which is going to therefore decrease unemployment. It's going to tackle a little bit of that extra crime and violent crime. Not a lot, but a little bit. It's better than nothing. And the the population love to see a Bobby on the beat. So that's a pretty handy little change there. We could also, with our last political fist, increase the police presence, but I want to always, at least once per turn, do something that's going to help the environment. You know what I mean? So we're going to look at what we're going to look at, people. Oh, there's so much to do and so little time. We're going to look at doing some transport stuff. Okay, what have I got going on here? So, if we go to transport, top of our list, bicycle subsidies. It's not very expensive. It's going to promote cycle. We're giving people basically options. Hello, Nagisa, welcome. We're giving people options. We're going to increase the bus lanes and the bus subsidies, make it cheaper for them to get the bus. We're going to bicycle subsidies and bicycle campaigns and all that kind of jazz. We're not going to ban cars. We're not going to make overly tax cars. We're just going to give people the illusion of choice. Where actually it's far easier and cheaper to get the bus, or for example, because if you don't, you're going to be knackered because the roads aren't kept up to date with yeah. So anyway, bicycle subsidies, I think, is definitely a good way to go. Promote that little bit of extra health as well, of course. Take down car, rail and bus usage, tackle obesity, all that kind of jazz. Hello Thomas, welcome. So that's good. So that leaves us with one political fist which we can use to work on, and do you know what? I'm going to do it now. I'm going to work on welfare. We're going to work on welfare. Family planning. We're talking about gender equality and all that kind of jazz. We're going to implement a program. It's already implemented, but we're just going to increase the funding to give people, family planning advice. Empowers women, reduces the amount of babies born into poverty. And that's a good thing. This is more, and again, this is more to do with a bit of placation. But again, it does promote health, and health is good. We like a bit of health. Give people a bit more education. The Liberals like it, which is good considering the demographics of the country, and it's popular with the voters. So do you know what? Let's give people a bit more of that family planning advice, ultimately with a view to making healthier family units to go with everything else that we've done to increase health around here. So there we go. There is our tweaks there, which I'll have to cross off my list, so I will have to basically take the sound off for a second. So we've done gender discrimination, We've done community policing. And we have done bicycle subsidies. And we have increased family planning. Why is there's a strange sound coming from outside as well, like some kind of a hoover or something. It's very bizarre. Right, excellent. Right, so we've spent a bit of coin on those things. So at some point we will need to increase our income somehow. But we've got a plan for that. We've got a plan for that. Because all of our initiatives and all of our things that we're doing cost money. Although technically speaking we've saved 20 billion, so we should be able to spend 20 billion without increasing anything else, shouldn't we really? To leave ourselves in a net zero position from when we started our term. But we won't do that. Right, excellent. So in the next turn, the obesity crisis should be gone. Obesity crisis, you say? What obesity crisis? There's no obesity crisis in this country, I'll have you know. Let's go. Shufflemeister achievement. I'm the Shufflemeister. Thank you very much. Who doesn't love a good bit of shuffle? Who doesn't love a good shuffle? Why have we got very grim music? Like something's happened that's bad. Have you been assassinated? Right, hello. Envy. That's as much as I can see in your name. Envy. Hello, Envy, welcome. I haven't played this, but I've played Democracy 3, and it's very, very similar. Right, let us check what's going on here. Unemployment has gone up. It should have gone up. We've created more police jobs. What the hell's happening here? Education has gone down. Oh dear. Hey, but poverty has gone up. Am I reading this correctly? I think unemployment has gone down and poverty's gone down. That's what I think's happened. Surely. Because we introduced family planning, which tackles poverty, and we've introduced more police jobs, which... So... 1%! What the hell's happened? What's happened here? The people say no to gender equality. We don't want gender equality in these parts of town. Who does he think he is with his namby-pamby approach? This means that 1% of the populace will vote for us. We can't have done that badly. Are you having a laugh? What's happened? What's happened? I don't care about the achievements. I care about the fact that my popularity is through the floor and nobody's going to vote for us at the end of this term. This must be a glitch. We've just cured the obesity crisis. What the hell? That's got to be a glitch. You can't tank that badly in one turn. Do a new save and reload. That's why the music changed. Indeed. Gender neutral restrooms. Hang on. We're happy to report the obesity problem now seems to be under control. We have a small budget deficit of 7 billion. That went from 1 billion to 7 billion. We didn't implement that much change to inflate the deficit again. This is bad, man. This is bad. This is not good. But we shall continue. We shall continue on as we mean to go on. We will leave this country hating our guts. They'll be glad to see the back of us. Oh my God. Hello, Lee McCoy. I'm well, but Prime Minister Green is clearly not well. I mean, nobody's going to shoot him dead. So that's a good sign. Okay. You are all my party. You are all part of the Green Alliance here. I'm going to consult my party members here. We need to turn this around somehow. Somehow, someway. We've got 16 political fists, which is not much better than the 15 that we had in the first place. It's good to see our reshuffles working. So, okay, I'll give you an outline of some of the initiatives and the plans that I have. And we can't do them all, obviously. So I'm going to turn it open to the party to try to salvage something here. So first, law and order side of things, I was going to at some point tackle the organised crime situation. I won't go into the ins and outs of how I'm going to do it, but basically I'm going to tackle that. But to tackle that, you're going to upset liberal people, because clamping down on things doesn't bode well when it comes to liberal people. You're taking away people's freedoms and all that nonsense. All right. So we could tackle the organised crime situation, but it's going to tick off the largest demographic of the people, of the populace, which we could do without right now. So I'm kind of thinking that that's going to have to wait, now that I talk it through logically. So, and it's not a green thing, so it was something that would be nice to do, but not urgent, and certainly now not something that we would wish to do, even as a matter of course. So all the law and order initiatives I'm going to put on pause for now. Okay. Foreign policy. I was going to increase foreign aid and do a tourism ad campaign to welcome people. However, I kind of think that we should get the state of this country right first before we increase tourism. Let's get those green initiatives going. Let's get the air clean. Then we invite the tourists in. Is there a list of grievances? The list of grievances, technically speaking, are these red things. The only main grievance at the minute is respiratory disease. We could go around all the blobs here and look at all the different things, but none of these are an issue because they're not in red. So I'm not going to focus on them too much. I mean, our competitive economy is a slight issue, but we're not bothered about that because we don't care about the economy. That'll sort itself out through our initiatives, I'm sure. I don't see the point of increasing the foreign aid. We could do with getting a bit more of this deficit under control before we start splurging on some more stuff. So I think an increase in the tax, in one of the taxes, to get a bit more money to fund some more of our initiatives could be a good step now. So I suppose the question is, people, I come to you now. Do we focus on environmental green things, or do we focus on transport? I mean, I know they're kind of very similar, because if you tackle transport, you tackle the environment as well, because you're taking down the car use and stuff. So it could be a dual purpose thing. But there's some specific green things that we could put into place through economy, for example, and public services, which directly tackle environmental issues, which could then also tackle respiration problems, asthma, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of thinking that we should directly tackle the environment stuff as a priority, because that also will increase the amount of people that fall into the environmentalist camp, which could only be a positive thing, increasing the membership of environmentalists. Yeah, right, we're going to do that. So what we're going to do then, transport cuts, it's kind of both, isn't it? It is kind of both, but I can't afford to do both at the minute. What I can do though, is I can do some of the quick, cheap hits for both of those pools. See, I've got a couple of tax hikes. Right, let's do a tax hike first. Let's get some moolah in, shall we? Capital gains tax. Nope, wrong one. Capital gains. Where are you? Where's the capital gains symbol? There. So for those of you that don't know, capital gains tax is a tax on selling something for a profit, basically. So if you've got this lovely picture, and it's only certain things, it's like chattels and stuff. You've got a nice little picture, and you buy it for £10 from a car boot, and suddenly this picture turns out to be some picture that's got a lot of value to it because it's some historical piece. You know, one of Leonardo da Vinci or whatever. I don't know, some famous artist. Leonardo da Vinci. Did he do paintings? He ends up being a Leonardo da Vinci special that was sat in somebody's loft for years and they didn't even realise. And you sell it for £1 million. Then, because you bought it for a tenner and you sell it for £1 million and it's a certain item, you'd have to pay capital gains on it. It also affects stock market profits and stuff like that. But basically, it's a tax that affects mainly the wealthy people because the likes of you and me aren't really going to come across things that you're going to sell for a profit for capital gain tax purposes. So it's, you know, and it actually generates a pretty decent income for not much political capital. So we are banging up capital gains tax to 23%. Socialists will like it, the capitalists of course won't. It's going to increase equality. High earners won't like it because it affects them the most with their capital gain stuff, with their assets. Yeah, taxing your assets, you wealthy person. Yeah, but it don't matter how much money I've got. Oh, shut up and pay me 23%. 11%, whatever it was, far too low. Give me the moolah. Of course, and the wealthy don't like it as well. So let's do that. That's going to give us a little bit more of a boost to our income. Not a massive boost, but we got to balance the books. Got to balance the books, you know. We are going to increase tobacco tax as well, but get a bit more money in. Decrease that tax, decrease that Fagash-Lil syndrome. And that's going to also help with the respiratory disease as well. But we could do that now and still have enough capital to do a couple of campaigns. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's have this turn for increasing taxes. It's an increasing tax type of turn. 1.7. Yeah. This is aimed not at income. This is more aimed at decreasing tobacco usage more than anything. It increases poverty because poor people like to smoke, you see, and therefore it's difficult for the lower earners to fund their habit, you see. But anyway, it needs to happen because there's no smoking in my country, or at least if you are going to smoke, you're going to pay through the nose. If you've got any nose left after you've sniffed on all that bloody smoke. So real life political strategy, do your tax rises mid-term. You see? I'm a consummate professional. A consummate professional. Well, when it comes to these kind of things, I know what I'm doing. Right, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tackle transport then. We're going to tackle transport this turn, and we're going to tackle it with a couple of initiatives. Carpooling. We're going to encourage the use of carpooling, car sharing. Why go to work in two separate cars if you're going to the same place and you can get into the same car and go together? One car, half the pollution. So we're going to encourage people to car share. And if you can't car share, then at the very least, what you can do, potentially, and this is quite topical, you can flip and work from home. Telecommuting initiative. We're basically providing funding to allow companies to put things in place to allow their staff to work from home, should they wish to do so. Topical, right? Look at that. It's going to increase the amount of commuters' happiness because they don't have to commute anymore. It's going to decrease the commuter members because people are working from home. But it's going to significantly decrease car usage. Parents love it because they can look after their kiddie winks. Trade unionists love it because, hey, it's good work-life balance. Productivity will go up because people can work around their things, their commitments. And it's good for the telecoms industry too. It's a no-brainer. You're now going up against a Top Gear audience. You'll have none of the BBC viewers on your side soon enough. Do you know what we can do then? We can basically cancel the state television policy. Basically cut the BBC off. No more BBC. That's what we'll do. Right, okay. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Yeah, state broadcaster. Cancel it. No more BBC. I just have to pay mine. It's about 170 quid a year now or something, isn't it? It's ridiculous. I never watched... It's a television license. It goes towards funding the... I don't watch television. I feel like I'm being hard done by. In fact, we're not, because 150 quid. 150. Yeah. Okay, so we have hiked up capital gains tax. We have hiked up tobacco tax to give us that bit of extra income, and we have used that to fund some initiatives to promote carpooling and to promote working from home. So I think that's a good turn. So bear with me. We'll delete those off the list of things that we have done for the benefits of the country. Of course. And I'm almost onto one page now. I can almost see that on one page. Oh, we're making some good progress today. I say that we're making some good progress, but we're not, because people hate us, so you can't have it all, unfortunately. Right, okay. So let's see what happens in the next turn. We have a problem here. Gender-neutral restrooms. Don't forget, we're promoting gender equality here. There is a campaign for the law to be changed to ensure all premises above a certain size make provision for gender-neutral restrooms for non-binary citizens to use without fear of harassment. Of course. We welcome those non-binary people to use the toilets without fear of harassment and discrimination. Of course we do. The religious nut jobs hate it. The Conservatives, of course, don't. But the Liberals do. And it's down, and we're getting down with the kids. It's about time we did, because the youth hate us. Because we tax their burgers. Bloody kids. Right, okay, that's good. Getting the Liberals on side really is good. We need lots of pro-liberal policies. I did something to impress the youth. I know, what the hell's happened there? Now I've got to do something to tick them off. This doesn't feel right. Okay, click to return to government. I don't want to see it. Okay, is this good? Tourist murdered! Oh no! Oh, that could be the violent crime and the organised crime that we've not touched yet. I haven't legalised marijuana. It's very expensive. That could be our final act before we get kicked out. A tourist has been murdered during a mugging. A lucrative tourist industry. High crime rates. What did I say? We're not tackling the crime at the minute because we've got things to do. Hello, Alex, welcome. Oh, look at that. 3% of the people will vote for us. We've gone up to 3%. We're going to have to move faster than this. This is bad. Okay, we need to tackle respiratory disease. We need to tackle it hard. Check out that news headline. What else has gone wrong? I cannot thank the government enough. They literally saved my husband's life. I'll vote for the Green Alliance until the day I die. The view of Diana Anderson. Due to our policy on organ donation. Exactly. Spread the word. Diana, spread that word. Right, budget deficit of 6 billion. 6.5 billion. That's not bad. The Liberal League. We're doing lots of pro-liberal things. What the hell is wrong with? I think this game is backwards. when it looks like when it's got a green thing, you think it's good, but it's bad. When it's got a down, it's good, and it's confusing. It's confusing. Right, what are we going to do this turn? I'm still quite surprised that we haven't actually tackle this deficit. Some of these policies do take time to implement. So, like for instance, the raising capital gains tax. Oh no, one turn. I stand corrected. Okay, one turn. Okay. Stand by your beds, people. Stand by your beds. Where do we go next? We're going to continue to hit a couple more of the quick wins, I think. I mean, a healthy eating campaign would tackle health and plant-based diets, which isn't maxed out yet, by the way. So, I mean, our health is pretty much. So, for 2 political capital, do we want to? We certainly want to do a keep the country tidy campaign. That's going to be good for the environment. So, where is it? Keep the country tidy campaign. Look at that. People love it. It's cheap. It's cheerful. It's not going to have a massive impact on the environment, but it's a start. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'll also tell you what we're going to do. "13 political fists." What we're going to do, let's have a look at car usage. Car usage is going down. This is a situation very similar. This is a situation very similar to the National Health Service. We should really decrease the funding for road maintenance when the car usage is less. But we're not going to do it that way round. We're going to decrease the funding for the road maintenance now to promote people using less cars. The roads are knackered. Well, don't use the roads then. Use the bus lanes in the bus, because the bus lanes are pristine. That's what we'll do. So by reducing where's the road maintenance? By reducing the costing of the road maintenance, not by a massive amount, but just by a little bit, we're saving a little bit of money. We are increasing traffic congestion because the roads aren't properly maintained, but we are decreasing car usage, which is the main thing, and we're saving money, which is also a good thing. So we're going to apply those changes. But on the flip side, we don't have enough for bus subsidies yet, because I've miscalculated on purpose, clearly. So what we're going to do instead is make cars much more emission friendly. So we're putting some limits on emissions to make sure that the cars are as clean as possible. In the next turn, we're going to have to increase the bus subsidies because we've just basically defunded the road maintenance. So let's do that. That's it. Very good. Okay, that's another couple of things done. I mean, I think we're getting there, to be honest with you people. I think we are. It's a nice little steady... what else did we do? I don't think I'm going to do a healthy eating campaign. I think we are already pretty good with healthy eating. We don't have obesity problem either, so we won't go down that route. But let's carry on there. Okay. I've got a good one for next turn. Next couple of turns, I've got some good stuff lined up here. Right, let's carry on. Our ministers are still looking pretty good. I mean, these people are still orange, unfortunately, but hey. Positive discrimination. Budget report. We are in a deficit of 9 billion. It's fine. It's fine. 5%. 4%, 5%, 4%, make your minds up. People are slowly coming round. It's not too bad, this green fella. Yeah, but it's still a bit crappy. Oh, okay, fine. We're not quite getting there. Positive. There are calls for a law to expressly set quotas for the employment of ethnic and other minorities by large corporations. This would put pressure on companies to give a higher priority to some job candidates than others on the basis of the... No. I'm not... I mean... Positive discrimination is still discrimination, is it not? It should be still about the best candidate for the job, should it not? I think so. It makes no sense to fight discrimination by using discrimination. I think that's a good... I think that's... yeah, I know... Whatever. Oh dear, we've upset a few people. I'm sorry, but I don't agree. I don't agree. I was the future once. David Cameron. Yeah, in your own head, buddy. In your own mind. You idiot. Okay. Look at that. The Liberal League. Taking them down. Taking them down. Right, 16 political fists. Let's spend them wisely, shall we? Spend them wisely. I feel like we've got a duty to increase the bus subsidies or the bus lanes. Is it both? I think it's both, you know. Yeah. Increase the amount of bus lanes. Increase the amount of bus lanes. And increase the amount of bus subsidies. Ooh, costing a lot of money. But we don't care. Because we'll find that money from somewhere else. I've still got a couple of taxes to bring into effect. Not many, but I've still got some. And then if the worst comes to the worst, I could commit the most holiest of sins and slightly increase income tax. Oh. We're already at 5% popularity. What, you know, put everybody's taxes up, you know, we might as well just do it. Go the whole hog. Right. So I'm not very good with this campaigning stuff. So, like I said, manifesto, speeches, fundraising. How do you do like a thingamabobs? How do you do a publicity stunt? I don't know. How do you do a publicity stunt? Not a clue. Not a clue. But anyway, so we have hit the transport very hard now. Bus lane, bus Click media stunt. Where's the media stunt? Where? Parties, manifesto, speeches, fundraising. Perceptions. Oh, media stunt. Oh, there we go. Yeah, trustworthy could be a good one. Launch a media stunt to persuade voters that you have this characteristic. Capital cost. Be interviewed on morning television. Eat breakfast in a typical builder's cafe. Oh my god. We've got to do that one. Because we're promoting sport. That's 3 capital fist things. What else we got? Media stunt for strong leader. Be interviewed while jogging. Judo with special forces. Windsurfing photo op. And compassionate. Be filmed feeding a baby lamb. Attend the funeral of police officer killed in line of duty. Give speech in church after shooting. No, okay. I think if we're going to do a media stunt, we're going to do watching the sports team play whilst heralding the importance of sports and keeping people fit and healthy. There's more if you scroll down. Oh, is there? My mouse is knackered, you see. There you go. Oh, there is, you're right. Look at that. Appear on a television genealogy program. Carve promises in stone. Really? So what else we got? Be filmed hunting with a rifle, play in a charity football match. So we could watch football, sports team, then we could play football. Look at me! Isn't sport good? And then gives church speech. Visit aftermath of flood. Right, okay. They're the 2 media stunts that I'm going to do at some point. They sound pretty good. Okay. How much? 6%! We're on the up, people. Very slowly. But we're on the... I can't understand what caused this to crash so badly. I really can't. Something went horribly wrong somewhere. Could be a glitch. Somebody said it could be a glitch. Deficit of only 4 billion. That's good. That's good. That's pretty good. Cluster bomb ban. The gas tax caused the crash. You reckon? An engineering company in our country has just won a contract to manufacture and supply cluster bombs for foreign countries. At the moment, there is no specific law that prohibits the company from making these products, but there is widespread public debate that we should ban the production of cluster bombs within our borders. They cause civilian deaths. They are a cruel weapon. Or... do you know what? I mean, is there any green implications to this? I don't think there's that much of a green implication. But you could argue, ban cluster bombs. More war. We're supposed to be a peace-loving people. Make love, not war. We've defunded the military, haven't we? We've defunded the military. We don't want to promote anything to do with war. Alright? Make love, not Warcraft. Ban. Oh, the Liberals love us. Oh, the Liberals love us. Come on, Liberals. I need you to like me. The global economy is doing very well, which is impacting on our relative GDP. That all looks pretty nice. Our deficit isn't that bad. Situation imminent. We've got a skills shortage. We've got a skills shortage about to occur. How do we get rid of that, or how do we promote? It's not that bad. Education is bringing it down. So if we increase their education, it should bring it down further. The GDP is increasing it because GDP has gone up recently. Immigration is bringing it down because, of course, immigration brings foreign workers that bring a variety of different skills to the table. Our technology must be increasing it, which I'm assuming is because our technology isn't marvellous. Or is it because technology is taking over, therefore leaving people less stuff to do? Unemployment, not doing much. Well, if it's not a problem, we ain't addressing it. Education is a long-term, yeah, exactly, too long-term. We can't fix everything. We can't fix everything, man. We'll fix what's on our agenda. Immigration is the short-term. Right, okay. So, look how much liberals there are. I think the liberal population has increased. What have we got next on our little things to do? We've got 16 political fists. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do? We're tackling... what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We've done a little bit of environmental stuff, right? Oh, look at that! Ooh, oh, 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 we don't like that. We don't like that. We don't like that. Sorry about that. The environment has gone down. Repeating, the environment has gone down slightly, probably because of the increase in GDP slightly. But this is not good enough, people. This is not good enough. So there's two things that there's three things that we are going to implement next to ensure that we make sure that we continue to tackle environmental issues. Okay? We are going to do a couple of things. Now bear with me here, people. Bear with me here. Bear with me. We need to fund a couple of initiatives. So what we're going to do, first of all, before we then kick on with some more things, is we're going to implement a frequent flyer tax. It's not going to raise a massive amount, but rather than taxing flying, you know, me, you, Joe Blogs that want to go on one holiday a year, maybe two at a push, let's not penalise those people. It's good to get abroad, you know what I mean? But those people that fly 15 times a year, well, you're going to be taxed additionally for the frequency of your flying. It's going to help the environmentalist opinion. It's going to decrease air travel, which will help with, it's going to bring in some income. It's going to help. Environmentalists will be happy. The wealthy won't be. Air travel will decrease slightly, but it's all about that. It's all about the money that it's going to generate, and we can put that through. We can put that 3 billion into other things. Boom. Air travel down, but not eradicated. Still go on your 1 or 2 holidays a year. Might affect businesses. It might do, but who cares? As you can clearly see, uncompetitive economy, we're not bothered. This economy will right itself eventually through our implementation of these policies. We're creating jobs for people. We've got to make more bus lanes. We're going to increase the amount of police. We're going to do other things as well. Yeah, exactly. So that is that. We've got 4 political fists left. Now, do we go into... you know what? We won't go into anything else. We're going to go into the realms of... Into the realms of media stunts, exactly. Now, where do we find it again? Remind me. Fundraising, perceptions. Right, where's the media stunt where I'm watching sports? There you go. Be filmed watching the sports team play. So we're going to do this one first, and then we're going to go and have a go at playing sports ourselves. Okay? Only 3 capital cost, 62% chance of success. This is Prime Minister Green watching the local sports team. Launch event. That went well. That went very well. Oh, god damn it. Right. Work safety laws. We need to rectify this mire. Let's make people much safer at work. Making sure that health and safety at work is of a paramount. I don't know. Yeah, PM Green got drunk. He started chanting nasty things. He threw a glass at the screen when the local team lost. He showed his anger. What the hell's wrong with him? Sorry about that. Right. Oh, for God's sake, that is like the most horrendous thing to have happened to us. I wish I hadn't even bothered. Right. Do you know what we'll do? We shall rectify this. We shall rectify this problem. We shall rectify this problem with a simple bit of policy implementation. It's fine. It's fine. Let's carry on. Nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see. GDP is rising quite because of the local global economy, which is GDP is bad for the environment. It's not good for our policies. One of our prominent diplomats has been appointed Secretary General of the United Nations. They will become the spokesperson and leader of this powerful global... Oh, well done. Well done. Tonight, angry classic car salesman Arnold explains how this government disastrous car emission limits policy is wrecking the once thriving business. It's not my problem, is it? 8% of the vote. I feel like we need more than that. Increase. We're increasing a couple of percent per turn, which is not fast enough. Clearly not fast enough. Clearly not fast enough. Global economy continues to do well. We've got a surplus of 3 billion. We've got a surplus. Let's start spending some cash, people. Right. We need to... Oh wait, no, it's fine. Well, you can say it, Ambrister. You can feel free to say it, but whether it gets implemented, I don't know. 13 fists. Right. Okay. Now, art subsidies. You're going to say what? Hear me out. It's good for tourism, it's good for foreign relations, it's good for the liberal opinion. It increases the amount of people that will turn to liberalism. It basically means that we're going to get an opera house. You've heard of the Sydney Opera House? We've now got the Leeds Opera House. We have the Leeds Opera House. It's going to help. It's popular with the voters. We're working on a few little things that will help with popularity. In addition to that, there's 2 more things that we need to do. First of all, we need more environmental things. We need a CO2 campaign. We need to raise people's attention. Okay? Climate change. Yeah? Urging its citizens to reduce their emissions voluntarily. Reduce your emissions. And to also further promote the fact that we as a government are also helping with the environment, that sort of climate change and all that kind of stuff. We are going to plant some new trees. And I shall be taking a photo opportunity. PM Green is seen planting a tree. Now, if that don't get people liking us, I don't know what will. Forget the football debacle. I'm now planting a tree. I'm planting several trees. Yeah, get my good side. Planting trees. The environmentalists will love it. CO2 emissions go down. Unemployment goes down because we need people to plant these trees. Respiratory disease goes down. The environment goes up. It's all good stuff. And there we go. We are hitting climate change in the gonads. And twisting them. And pulling them. Very painful. The Liz Opera House is next to Mecca Bingo and Aldi. Indeed it is, yeah. It's next to McDonald's. You listen to a good show, that lovely opera, and then you walk out and you have a Big Mac. A clash of cultures. Right, look at that! She's gone from orange to green. Okay, this has got to be in our favour, man. Come on, please. Please. Right, art subsidies. I'm ticking these off my list here. CO2 campaign. And reforestation. Okay, folks. Come on. What was your plan? It cost a bunch of money. Was that your plan? What's your plan, Ambrister? I'm intrigued. Right, let's carry on. Credit rating upgraded. Look at that. Woohoo! Business confidence goes up. Look at that, because of the fact that we're in a positive. Look at that, we've got an 8 billion surplus. Look at that, unemployment's going down, the GDP is going up, crime is staying stably low, education's not bad, poverty's not bad, health is good, and we've got 7% of we've gone down. I think we need the help of a spin doctor at this point. Let's have a look at car use. Look at that. Car use has gone down from 70% down to 49%. 49% has gone down car use. I mean, traffic congestion has gone down to 56%. Bus usage has gone up massively to 68. It's almost doubled the use of buses. What about cycles? Do we have a cycle usage here? No. Oil supply. Where's my environment? Ooh, that's going up again. Hey. Ooh, environment's coming crashing down here. What's going on here? I've got everything I can possibly get to promote a good, healthy environment. Stop working against me, you blasted GDP. Look at the oh my god, look at the uncompetitive economy, it's going up. Oh, hell, fire and brimstone. Hell, flipping fire and brimstone. Doctor Who couldn't save you at this point. I think we've gone wrong somewhere on this playthrough. Gone horribly wrong. Okay. We will not be beaten. We will not be beaten. Right, let's do some things that I think will go down well with the populace here. Let's do some things that will go down well with the populace on this, maybe a bit closer. Let's continue with our environmental push. Science funding. Increasing science funding basically increases our technology, our energy efficiency. It pushes up the GDP. It pushes up state employees, which is good for unemployment, but it's actually quite bad because it pushes up the GDP, which will also be bad, but it's promoting energy efficiency, which can only be a good thing, right? You know what? Science funding, I'm not so sure about. However, on the other hand, compulsory water meters to make sure that everybody has a water meter as a compulsory thing. Everybody will be charged per gallon of water they use, which will decrease the amount of water that people use because they're being billed for it through actual use rather than paying a water rate, for example. So people are a bit more frugal with their use of water, good for the environment. So compulsory water meters. Okay, next up, with our massive surplus, now might be the time to bring in micro-generation grants. It promotes the use of solar panels and people to spend on their houses to make them more, eco-friendly, cleaner, greener energy. It's only ever going to be a good thing to implement such a thing. Continue to push, continue to promote that green energy. Public services, compulsory water meters, done. Right, we're getting there, people. We're getting there. I'm going to just give me a second. There's still a couple more green things to do. Dearie me, this is painful here. Surely people can see the benefits to what I'm doing. I mean, if they could just see the figures, we've turned around, we're making money as a country. Green Electronics Initiative. It boosts transition to green industry. It does, but it's very expensive. Hence why it's not on my list. It was more of a long-term plan. This one is like flashing as an urgency. This is urgent. Screw your urgency. Right, where's me polls? 9%. Oh, this is glorious. This is glorious. Attend a gay wedding. A super popular celebrity is getting married and you are invited as one of the guests. Okay. Yeah, we do so proudly. Another photo opportunity. Oh yes, of course we attend. Right, situation imminent. Skill shortage is about to kick in. Oh dear, we're going to have another situation on our hands here. Oop. And there's me saying it's not going to affect us. It's not going to happen. It's fine. Ooh, 33 people of the invisible hand are plotting our downfall. Okay, 10 billion surplus. We've got so much things to... Right, 16 political fists. Let's continue on. Now, nine would give us 7 left, right? Okay, good. Right, so here's a plan. Transport. It's about the freedom of choice. We are not giving people... oh, Carius is just eking back up again. We are giving people the opportunity to still use their cars, but just make sure that their cars are electric. Now a big push on electric vehicles. And further, carbon capture and storage. Again, it helps to cut down the CO2 emissions. The environmentalists will like it. It's very popular with the voters. And it's a way to reduce climate change from direct air capture to methods involving capture at source from existing fossil fuel power stations. Sounds pretty nifty. It's very expensive, by the way. But we've got a surplus of cash. So let's spend it. Let's spend it like it's going out of fashion, people. This environment will right itself. Well, with our little gentle nudge in the right direction, of course. Right, let's get rid of that one. There's one more eco. There's a couple more eco things that I want to do here. Electric car initiative. Let's get that one out. We're getting to the end of my green policies here. Russian ships approach again. The GDP is going down, which is good for the environment. We are going to have a potentially black market. Going to have a black market on our hands if we... Oh dear. We now have a skill shortage. It's fine. 8% of the people voting for us. The economy is on its backside. Don't ask me how, because we're turning a profit. But I mean, obviously, the economy on the whole, people, you know, suffering. It's fine. Let them suffer in silence. Suffer in silence, people. I got things to do. Right, 16. It's now finally time to really tick some people off and ban game hunting. Oh yes, it's banned. No more hunting. Alright, even for food. Farmers can't shoot the pests off their farm. People can't shoot. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Game over. Game over. Alright. Right, where are we? Let's see if we can play a bit of football in a charity match. I don't think Prime Minister Green likes football or is good at football. We should have learned from the first time around, shouldn't we? Anything that involves football, just don't do it, mate. PM Green, just don't do it. Just don't do it. You know the Nike advert, the Nike campaign, just do it? Yeah, yours is just don't do it. Just cry or something, I don't know. Religious symbols in school. Ban the ban it. Ban the wearing of religious symbols. Corporate exodus. Corporate exodus, black market crisis, uncompetitive economy, and a skill shortage. Our economy is knackered. Knackered. Oh dear. Oh, we're now in a deficit as well. 6%. We're going down. This is how to fail at this game, people. Take note. Take note. We're screwed. Nothing we do at this point is going to save us. I don't think. Eco-home regulations. Making our homes more eco-friendly. That'll go down well. Wow. Increasing foreign aid. A tourism ad campaign. Come to our lovely country. It's clean, it's beautiful, it's on its arse economically, but you know, if you look past the economic crash that's about to happen, everything will be fine. Holy hell. Right, okay, let me just figure out what I've got left to do here. Increase foreign aid. So we've done all of that. We've done that. Okay, so that's left. Right. Tax relief is coming up next, I think. Let's have a look at the next turn here. Poor voter perceptions. Yes, we know that. Is this the same turn? Oh, it's the same turn. Okay, so if we free hobnobs with every brew, how many years has it been? We've got 1 year left of our term. Oh, we're about to get rid of respiratory diseases. Oh, look at the environment. It's almost 100%. Where's the there it is. Global economy. Just coming down a little touch. Okay, is this going to be salvageable? So we've got pretty much all of our green policies that we wanted to get in our first term in place, apart from subsidised school buses, which, to be fair, is not a priority. We could try, if we were to have a second term, which is unlikely at this point, we were going to tackle organised crime, but this is now situation save one's backside. So seeing as okay, corporation tax clawback. Income tax temporarily reduced. That'll be a significant deficit. Okay, so we've got 4 turns left. I don't know how campaigning works. So if anybody knows how campaigning works, please tell me, because I haven't got a clue. A manifesto. Just before each election. Speeches. 3 turns leading up to an election. Fundraising. And look at our perceptions, man. We used to suck big style. Fake news. A hunger strike. A convicted terrorist has gone on a hunger strike demanding he's allowed visits from people thought to be associated with terror groups. Of course not. Are you having a laugh? God. A deficit of 10 billion. That's not as bad as it has been. The polls at 5%. A 30% cut to income tax. That seems very gamified. Oh, respiratory disease. We've conquered it. Okay, we need speeches, man. Right, how do we do speeches? The agenda I have set, what's this? So socialist happiness goes up, but capitalist goes down. Capitalist happiness goes up, but socialist goes down. Can you just, how many do you pick? Do you pick one or more than one? No soundbite selected. Let's see what we can do here. Retired happiness goes up, but youth goes down. Pick 4. Or pick 4, right. Liberals. We've got to help the liberals, man. Right, liberals. Give speech. 9! Oh, you can pick up to 4. Up to 4. It costs 9 to give a speech. Right, okay, so we're going to increase the liberals. Isn't there for some environmentalists? Where's my environment people? Middle income, youth, self-employed, state employees membership is pretty decent at 52%. Socialist goes up a little bit. Capitalist goes up there. What's that? Retired goes up. Happiness, they're already quite happy. Liberals, trade unionists, self-employed, happiness 33%. The wealthy, very small membership group. The poor, maybe the poor. State employees. Should we try and win the youth over? They don't vote. Middle income. Just a general. 1, 2. How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle income people, state employees, poor people. Poor people are probably less likely to vote, right? I don't know. Maybe they're not. Liberals. Let's give this a go. Let's give this a go. This screen shows you the results of your speech. Okay, there we go. Come on! I'm giving a great... The country's is to the dogs, but I'm giving a great speech. Is this good? This looks good to me. Hey! Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Okay. There we go. We give an absolutely exceptional speech there. The people loved us. The people loved us. Right, food stamps. That was a welfare thing. It's going to help the poorest people. It's going to help the health. It's going to help health. It's going to help the poor people. Farmers like it. It's going to show us a bit more compassion. Poor earnings people like it. It's going to drive down poor farmers' incomes goes up. Equality. It's a good thing. Just spend frivolously like it's going out of fashion. Food stamps for all. To take advantage of this lovely food. You see all this lovely food labelling that we've had done before and everything? Get it all sorted. Get it all sorted. And while we're here, got free political fists. Abolish sales tax. Where's sales tax? It brings in 26 billion. Could decrease it slightly. Gonna need a bit more of a drastic measure than just decreasing it a little bit, isn't it? No, I don't want to make a massive sweeping change that really wouldn't happen. Increase corporation vote for me, as I am the only one who can fix this mess that I create. This is not a mess. Is it a mess? Is this class as a mess? Look, people can breathe easier, they're not fat. Alright? That's not a mess to me. It's not a mess to my ideals, alright? We've got healthier, thin people that can breathe. Alright? Look, people love getting the bus now and everything. You know, people talk to each other more, air travel's gone down. Everything's lovely. I mean, it's a violent country. But, you know. What can we do with 3? I've united the country against... Yeah, I was going to say that before you said it. They don't want to be thin and healthy. They want to eat steak and ale pies and drink and be fat. That's going to be my next playthrough. Let's have an obese country and see how we get on. And see the difference in people's happiness. Right, okay. We've got 3 political capital. I don't know what to spend it on because everything that I have planned out in the session already has kind of already happened, really. It's quite interesting to see some of these little stats and figures. Really. I mean, look at our health. I mean, our health is fantastic. It's a healthy country. So look at the environment. The environment is like, look at that. Where's CO2 emissions? Where's CO2 emissions? Car limits. We've got CO2 here somewhere, no? Look at that. The average age is increased. I mean, there's a way to look at all your changes, isn't there? How do we look at all the changes that we made? There we go. So under our election, look at that. People have now turned to plant-based diets. The environment is as healthy as it has ever been. Breathe in that lovely air. CO2 emissions. We're probably the leaders in Europe, in the world, for how we have driven down carbon emissions. Gender equality, unparalleled. Bus usage up. Such an efficient bus system. It made the international news. Food price, rock bottom. People can afford to eat because it's healthy. Car usage down because people can cycle, they can car share, they can work from home. Traffic congestion. No more queuing up in traffic at rush hour. It's lovely. It's a stress-free travel back from your job. Our currency strength has increased by 23%. The average age has increased by 20% in just 4 years. Alcohol consumption is down. Energy efficiency is up. Tobacco usage is down. Tourism is up. I'm not seeing anything negative here. Remind me, people, where the negative things are. Oil price has gone down, which is not... Foreign relations has gone up. Electric car transition. People are using electric motors. Private healthcare use has gone up because, well, people can afford it, I'm assuming. International trade has gone down. Okay, that's a little bit. The energy industry has gone down a touch. But stability is up. Foreign investment is up. The telecoms industry is up. Private school use is up. Health is definitely up. Rail usage has gone down, but we don't need the railways. We've got the buses. Air travel's slightly decreased, and we're making a profit on frequent flyers. Democracy has gone. Healthcare demand's gone down because people are healthier. Crime has gone down by almost 10%, despite the fact we've not really focused on it much. And we are going to focus on it, or we were going to focus on it in our second term, to make it a place that is as low crime as the likes of Norway and Sweden. Violent crime has gone down a little bit, so that's still positive. Wages have gone up by 7% in 4 years. That's not bad. And then all of these that kind of not really changed much. So I ask you again, people. Where's the negatives here? I'm not seeing many. This country does not know what's good for it. Seriously. Screw you. Everybody. Screw you all. Right, police. No. Wealth orders. Unexplained wealth orders. Bentley parked outside and you're unemployed, then I'm going to assume you're a criminal mastermind, and I'm going to take it from you. Driving down organised crime. A bit late, but we've got some political capital spare, so I'm going to bloody well use it. And screw you, Liberal people. You've not helped me get re-elected, so you can bog off. Right, now we're tackling organised crime. Better late than never. Those memes of me choking on a pie at a football match hits hard. Right, let's carry on. Changes to the policy food stamp so close to the election has made some of the voters cynical. Why? They think I'm doing it they think I'm doing it to get votes? As if that's going to help me. Look at poverty. We've almost eradicated poverty, for God's sake. Look at that. We've got World Heritage status. Look at this. Tourism on the increase. Respiratory diseases, gone. Look at that. All over the country, there's bright, intelligent students who will be denied the chance to study. Oh, okay. Some slight negative there. Deficit of 13 billion. We could address that in the next term if necessary. Campaign speeches are available. We've already given a speech. Do we have to give another? We ain't giving another speech. We've done it once. Once and done. Manifesto we can't do just yet. Fundraising, fine, speeches, perceptions. We're not even touching these with a barge pole. We need a new media stunt. Do we flipping hell as like need a new media stunt? Are you having a laugh? Either pull my own teeth out. Right, it's time to tackle organised crime as our final act. Food stamps. Right. Okay. We are going to introduce 2 new policies, which was not going to go down well with the Liberals, but as I said, they've not helped me so far, so they can get ballsed. Drug Enforcement Agency. A specialist team to deal with drugs, especially those by organised criminals. In addition to that, we need protection for witnesses, because we need to make sure that those people that get put in the docks aren't intimidated by those organised criminals who seek out people on the jury or witnesses and try to intimidate them. None of that round here, sir. None of that round here. Thank you very much. And people are, we're just gonna, you know what? Where's the police? Where's the police? Who are you? Intelligence services. No. Yes? Yes. Intelligence services. Let's just break the bank. Boom. Spy satellite network, you say? Indeed. Indeed, indeed. I mean, there's an implementation delay, of course, to these. So, I mean, are we going to get the benefits of these? Probably not. We should probably go for things that are going to implement very quickly. Let's just have a quick check before we get excited here. Where's the police? Police, where are you? Where's the police symbol? There. 6 turns to implement. Jesus. Right, so we've done wealth orders. We've done witness protection. How about gambling laws? Stricter gambling laws. 3 turns. How many turns have we got left? 2? Ah well, bugger it. We'll go out on our shield. We shall have the best spy network known to any country. James Bond isn't English for nothing, you know. Posing next to celebrities. GDP. Corporate exodus has happened. There's an urgent trade agreement. A group of Western countries has established an initiative to set up a new trade agreement. This contract should help to prevent emerging countries from catching up and secure worldwide economic dominance. Oh no, sign the agreement. We need help. Our economy is on its arse, man. We're getting desperate. Manifesto promises available. 7% of the vote. Right. Okay, we can make pledges. Income tax cut by 25%. Cut the intelligence services. Cut the border controls. Cut CCTV. Cut the alcohol law. Cut firearms. Cut unexplained wealth orders. These are all like these are all pro-liberal things. Cut income tax by 25%. You know what? If it's gonna help us, we'll do it. We'll do it. I pledge to cut income tax by 25%. And I pledge to... I can't cut any of these. I can't. Can't do it. I will not sell my soul. I will not sell my soul. One last media stunt. One last media stunt. I'm getting desperate. How about a touch? How about a bit more healthiness? Jogging. Take up a bit of jogging. Okay, we've been caught jogging. No footballs involved. Oh, I'm not on mute. Oh, that's a good job I didn't say anything untoward, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm back, obviously. I think we're done for here, but we'll continue onwards. What's for dinner? My mum's made some nice little turkey scallops with some chips and beans. Just my kind of meal. I'm gonna have probably half the amount of chips that's on the plate. I like the turkey though, it's all protein, because I'm on my health kick. And I lost 3 pounds last week. So I'm doing very well. Just another 4 or 5 pounds to lose, and then I'll be happy. And then I can focus on getting nice and toned up. But anyway, more fundraising is in order, naturally. More media stunts are in order. Eat breakfast in a builder's calf. It's got the most chance of success, but it's unhealthy. We can't even be seen to do that, I'm afraid, even though it's the most successful chance. We cannot do it that. We cannot. What about this? Appear on a televised genealogy program. Ancestry. That's pretty kind of good. Kind of just kind of a neutral thing. Much more relatable. You like that? Let's try that one. Vote for me! PM Green. Ding! Eating shows even you are human. Yeah, but not a greasy caffy fry-up. The greatest man in the country should lead by example. Not be seen eating a sausage, spam and egg sandwich with the yolk dripping down his tie. No chance. No chancery. Right, so we have given our speeches. We have pledged to cut income tax by 25%. We have been seen on a genealogy program and out jogging. There's nothing else we can do, my friends, at this point, other than pray to the gods. Pray to those gods and also reduce the gambling laws. Why not? As my last act, I make it more difficult for you to gamble, because gambling is bad. I will ruin everybody's fun. And okay. About organised crime, is that coming down? Oh, look at that, just a little bit. Until my full policies come into effect, at which point organised crime will decrease rapidly. And that will be another feather in my bow. But we're never going to see it through, are we? Let's end the turn and see what happens, shall we? Oh, God. And it's election day. We all know election day. You go out to your polling stations. It's happy days. Put your cross in the box. Oh, voted. Oh. It doesn't matter because the Conservatives will get into power again, even though they've run the country to the ground. It doesn't matter. Right. Okay. Here we go. The Freedom Brigade. The Freedom Brigade. Retire into obscurity. We got 8%. We finished in second. Oh, look at the blue. Conservatives win again. Just like real life. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. Boris Johnson beat us. I don't believe it. Hey, we got 5 million votes, man. Come on. So this is quite fitting, really, because this is his second election. The first time round, democracy free. The country were like, yay, look at this guy. He's the future. Green this, green that. We love it. We love it. And then he retired and the country went back down to kind of the old ways a little bit. And then he had to come back you know, was re-elected. It's like, oh, I'm going to say that the country's gone to the dogs since I left 20 years ago. You know, I've come to save you again, but times has changed. Times have moved on, and people now don't want to listen to your claptrap anymore. They had enough of it the first time around. So, no, thank you for coming, PM Green, but no thank you. We want freedom to eat our burgers. We want freedom to drive in our cars and pollute the environment. We just want freedom, and you restricted us. We can't even fart anymore for fear of being taxed. What's wrong with you? Hey, Spotlight Junkie. I got myself on television, but it still didn't help, did it? Well, we failed. We failed. We actually failed a game. I mean, it happens from time to time. Well, that's the joys, you see, of a bit of roleplay. Sometimes you do things that aren't beneficial to the mechanics of the game or whatever. You know, we could have done things to try to win far sooner than we did. We could have tried to cut massive taxes and really pull some really gamey style things. Oh, but we didn't. We stuck to our morals, stuck to our principles, and we crashed and burned in his electric car. Indeed. Right. I'm going to eat my dinner. I'm going to finish this stream now because it seems like a decent place to finish the stream as my food is sat going cold. But I'm thinking that we need another chance at this. I'm thinking we need another chance. So another country, which I will pick by vote on the Discord server, probably. And then I think we should do a little bit of a role play. Just a little bit. I mean, I still have to think about how it's going to work, but now that it's coming upon us, I'm going to think properly. And it's going to be in 2 weeks' time. But obviously we've got cabinet ministers, and I think maybe if I just maybe get some advisors, not like there's like 7, 8 cabinet ministers, something ridiculous, something like that. I'll maybe just 5. Maybe just 5 cabinet ministers, as you will be, just to maybe help out a bit, you know. Or maybe, or a me stream, according to my beliefs. That's an interesting one. I'd have to give away my beliefs. Maybe I'm not a nice person. Or as nice as you think I am. That would be quite interesting, though. Take my beliefs to another country. So go to somewhere like Japan, or Germany, or France, or Italy, wherever else we can go. Go to a different country, and that's interesting. You could combine the two. So I'll play as myself, go to a new country, and have a team of 5 cabinet members, advisors, who can just provide a bit of a steer, if you will. That's quite interesting. I'll have a think. But I think we should do another one. We failed. I don't want to fail. I want to at least succeed at least one playthrough, because I won't play this off camera, so I have to play it on camera. So we're going to have to succeed. So I think but if you've got any ideas, feel free to drop them in the Discord server as to any ideas for a playthrough. But I'm thinking that maybe we could go with that. I'll take my ideals to a different country and have you guys. Some of you guys as a support mechanism, and maybe if, yeah, and to because obviously as a leader, unless you're a dictator, you have to, if you want to enact a law, it has to pass through the House and all that kind of crap. Whereas if I want to pass a law, maybe I just have to get it past my 5 advisors. So if I want to implement a really ridiculously stupid law that's going to cause an uproar, the 5 advisors could turn around and say, no, that's ridiculous, and I don't get it passed. I think that could be it. I think that could work. What do you think? Me as PM, I don't know what country to pick though. We'll take a vote on it. We'll pick a country by vote, and then 5 advisors. And yeah, changes have to go through the advisors. And his round table, yeah. And as advisors, when I do pick the 5 advisors, you have to also. I don't want it to get too political. To be fair, though, I'm going to say if you could vote based on your ideals. If you disagree with what I'm saying, you can say no, I don't agree with that. But then it gets a bit too political. So I'll just bring my ideals. You guys, you 5 advisors, whoever you may be, you can create. You can create your own character. So create a character, you know, whatever you want to create, and role play as that character. Because I don't want to start asking people to bring their political views to the table, really, I suppose, in voting down policies and stuff if they don't feel comfortable. So you can create your own little character as an advisor with a kind of an ideal in mind, if you wish. Do they have British town theme parks in Japan? Anyway, people seem to be quite up for me going to Japan, by the looks of it. Can I possibly screw Japan up? Whilst we're here. It's down as 5-star difficulty as well. Holy hell. 126 million, so more than the UK. It's slightly bigger than the UK. Very Japanese. Shintoism is the main religion, bit of Christianity. National obsessions, video games. Animation. Right, we're going to keep everything as they are. This is just a test. I just want to see what the situation in Japan is. This could be a preview. So health is pretty good in Japan. Education, pretty good. Unemployment, not bad. Crime, not bad. Poverty, not bad. Definitely stuff to work on. So in Japan, legalized sex work. Jesus Christ. We have internet crime as a problem. We have doctors' strike as a problem. We have media monopoly. We have corporate exodus, uncompetitive economy, and skill shortage. Japan sounds very much like how we left the UK. We left the UK pretty much like Japan is now, apparently. So there's quite a few little things, and obviously there's a lot of little different laws that will be different in Japan compared to the UK, such as legalizing sex work. We have to get used to a new currency. What's their income tax like? 46%. Okay. Pretty cool. How about their state pensions? Okay, middle of the road. Interesting. And obviously this is not completely 100% accurate, but there will be some things that are in here. They've got bus lanes. They've got biofuel subsidies. They've already got telecommuting. They've got toll roads. High-speed rail, of course. PM Green has fled to Japan. Have they legalised any drugs in Japan? Of course not. Can we play as a country that's got legal drugs? Canada. Popularity. I've never seen my popularity so high. It's a miracle. Right, okay. Anyway, so that's this. If we do go to Japan, this is a potential. What's this here? Detention without trial for 30 days. Is that real? Well, the Conservatives, the Liberals are going to hate that, aren't they? Jesus. What's the makeup of the country? Yeah, mostly Liberal. Lots of middle income people. Quite a lot of capitalists. Right. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Right, I'm going to now eat my dinner and finish this, but rest assured there will be another campaign of this in about 2 weeks' time. I will announce exactly what it's going to be, but keep an eye on the Discord server because I'm going to probably take a vote on where we go next, which country, and then I'll probably do some kind of a video update to ask you to put your name down if you want to be an advisor, pick the advisors, and then we'll play. Next week we'll do some Barbarian Invasion instead to give me time to prepare the next stream for this. But yeah, I'm thinking that we need to succeed, because basically I'm going to stream this game until I have a successful term. Okay? Okay. Right. So enjoy the rest of your week. I won't be streaming on Wednesday because I'm going out to play some tabletop games. Yeah, Pillars of Eternity will be coming at you until the next stream, which will be probably Sunday, tentatively, because I might be going out Sunday on a work night as well, I know, but I might be. So yeah, anyway, Pillars of Eternity, Pathfinder. I said that yesterday as well when I was streaming. I called it Pillars of Eternity at one point. Yeah, Pathfinder. But anyway, I'm going to eat dinner now because it's going cold. So thank you for watching, and you are all no use, no ornament to me, because you do not appreciate my green policies. So go to hell. Until next time. Goodbye.